the Oscar nominations are out, and I'm not going to go through a whole breakdown because there's just something in particular I really wanted to talk about through the Oscar nominations, and that is the lack of respect for Sing Sing and Challengers and Civil War. Alex Garland's Civil War. I just don't understand. Like, I'm not so okay. Obviously, everyone has their films they like, dislike. I'm not saying these are three films that like universally should be loved by every single human being possible, right? But I'm just personally really disappointed by the lack of like care for those three films, man. Like I really liked Challenger's sound design. I really liked the acting. I'm not even Zendaya isn't on my top list of actors working right now. I think her best acting job. I thought it's a toss up between season 1 and 2, specifically season 2 of Euphoria and Challengers. To me, like two of her best acting performances she's put on. And I'm really sad to see her not get the nomination for that, right? For Challengers. Or anyone in that film. I think the three leads in that film did an amazing job. To see them get like nothing is kind of like sickening, bro. And just, I mean, zero nominations, period, is insane for that movie. There's so many spots you could have put it in. And going to Sing Sing, something I saw recently. I saw the movie recently. And my gosh, man, that movie was really well put together. I think it was executed really well. And I think it got like two nominations, I think. But I mean, not getting a nomination for if nothing else, best supporting actor. Because I just think that I hold on, let me make sure I get the brother's name right. I want to make sure I get this brother's name right because I had it. I just want to make sure I get it right because he did a phenomenal job. He did a phenomenal job. Clarence Macklin. Clarence Macklin. Phenomenal job. Phenomenal job. If I'm not mistaken, that could be his first ever feature film. If I'm not mistaken. So I just think that's crazy. And I think he was also, I believe, he was one of the people through the program in which the movie was based on. Yeah, Macklin was incarcerated for armed robbery at Sing Sing Correctional Facility, where he participated in the rehabilitation through the arts program and learned acting. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, it's not even just his story, but it's like his performance was so put together and was executed so well. And I'm not going to spoil the film, but just seeing his character's progression throughout the film and seeing him like his acting really sold that movie. And it's really cool to see someone from that program make it to the big screen and represent the program in such an amazing way. And I really like that. And Coleman Domingo did an amazing job in that film, do not get me wrong. But that brother put on an acting clinic, in my opinion. And I think Coleman Domingo is one of the best working actors right now. And again, he did a phenomenal job in the movie. But I really think Brother Clarence was the best actor in that film. Like he was just able to really bring out this character through his own, not only just his own experiences, but showing off what this program can do. And I think it's just such a beautiful piece. And there's so many layers to it in that way that this film should have gotten way more love than it did. And I hope it wins something. One that I think is only nominated in 2 categories. I hope it wins one of the 2 categories it's nominated in because I just feel like it's really good. And I hope he gets love this award season some way, somehow. Because again, if you haven't seen Sing Sing, you really should. I just think his performance was so damn good. And a lot of performance, by the way, the whole cast killed it, by the way. The entire cast killed it. But I just think that movie, I think the marketing for that movie was dog shit. right? It's not just the Academy. I think it feels like an A24 film. I'm almost positive it's A24 film. Yes. A24 did a disservice to Sing Sing. It did a disservice to Sing Sing. In fact, the only reason why I heard about this movie was because I, funny enough, had my directorial debut for my first feature film premiering at a movie theater in which I believe it was AFI in Silver Spring. And I believe that Carmen Domingo had like some kind of, not like a movie premiere, but some kind of event to promote the movie there. I think a month before my premiere, right? So I heard it from the staff, like the staff and the people who I was working with at the theater told me about, the AFI staff told me about it. And I was like, oh, okay, this is something I need to go see. Didn't get around to it. And then they had a little theatrical run, I'm sure, to get some Oscar buzz going. And then I saw it with my friend, and I was like, this is a phenomenal movie. I should have saw it earlier. But yeah, A24 did a really bad job promoting this movie, man. Like, the promotion for this movie came out so late. It came out so late. The push for this thing was so late. And it sucks because I just think everyone involved deserved way better than that. And I don't know if there was belief in this movie from A24. Like, I really don't know. I don't really know. I really don't. I don't want to speak out of turn. It just, the movie was really good. And it was a small movie in a way that I like movies right now. That are not always like like it's a really well crafted, put together film. And I feel like it didn't get the love it deserved for multiple reasons. And it's really unfortunate. And Challengers was just really good. Civil War. Let me type in Civil War real quick. Civil War is a movie I saw really light, right? Really light. And I just don't know how it got zero love, man. Listen, is it like the greatest movie of all time? No. Did it come out super early? It came out April 2024. But man, I just felt like it was a gritty, good movie. Now, I've seen movies that do a better job telling the story it was trying to tell, but not many, in my opinion. I could be wrong, and comment below, let me know if there's movies that tackle journalism, or at least wartime journalism, the way Civil War did. That's where I feel like the Academy and many people kind of missed the mark on this. I feel like excuse me. I feel like Civil War did a great job, not just being like, oh, it's just like the way it was marketed. And again, I think this is another A24 film. Is it another A24 film? I could be wrong. But it is another A24 film. So that's, I mean, A24 in their marketing, man. So my biggest problem with what Civil War happened with Civil War, right, is that I feel like Civil War did a great job showing sides of wartime journalism in general, but especially wartime journalists, like journalists that go into the battlefield, that have to wear the press stuff on them, armor and all that stuff, and really in the trenches with some of these guys and them capturing moments. Now, add that with a layer of like, this is a literal civil war happening and sides are divided and it's really complicated, all these different things, adds a certain level to this that I really like. And the relationship between Kristen Dunst's character and I really forget the young lady's name, but both like just the character, I think her name was Jessie in the film. Yes. So I just feel like there was so many cool moments and set pieces in this film that would have warranted at least some, I'm not saying best picture, but like some love. Like, to be completely just shut out of everything is it kind of sucks. But I mean, yeah, oh man, that really sucks, man. And again, I think they could have done, there was some misses in the movie. As much as I love Civil War, there was misses in the movie that I feel like they could have expanded a lot more. But for what they did, it was a pretty good movie. And I just dislike that the marketing for this was more of like, hey, this potentially is what America could be under like Donald Trump, or like, not that that's what they're going for, but the campaign kind of spun in a way that it just felt disingenuous from the actual story in which they were telling through those characters. And now they're telling that kind of story, fine, but like the story they were actually telling to me was more of like, there's these journalists who are trying to go over there, and they're over here, and we're seeing this really messed up, divided country that we United States Americans call home. And this is through the lens of these journalists and what they go through just to capture a story, and seeing these different moments. And I'm not going to spoil the movie, but just the ending especially was pretty chilling and very interesting to me from the beginning to the end of the movie. Like, seeing some of those character twists, and some of those see some of the characters go through those progressions was very interesting and noteworthy, at least to me. So I really like that. I feel like this year the Academy was very like, we have clear movies we want to win, or at least give the nod to in terms of nominations. And Emilia Perez, I haven't seen it. I know it's on Netflix. I heard a lot of bad things about it. And not just the movie is bad, but like just various, I guess I have not seen the movie, so various groups and communities that this movie is directly commenting on, I guess, do not like this film. And it's so heavy to the point where it's like, I don't even want to watch this, because it just seems like something, like, I don't know. It just seems very interesting. The Oscars usually do things where they miss the mark. Like, I'll never forgive the Oscars for not giving Jordan Peele Best Picture winner for Get Out, because I think that year Get Out was clearly the best film made that year. It wasn't close. I'm not going to even go into that right now, but like, the Oscars does stuff like this. The Academy has done stuff like this, and you remember when the whole Oscars Too White or So White happened, and all that kind of different stuff, man. And I understand, but this is a time where I'm like, man, I really hate what they did, and it sucks because the Oscars have their moments. Like, for example, and obviously I don't want to make this about me, but like, when Will Smith finally got his Oscar, man, like, man, it was supposed to be a moment. Like, it was supposed to be a moment, man. And unfortunately, he robbed himself of the moment when he did the whole slapping Chris Rock thing. And it just sucks because it was supposed to be a monumental moment for the history of not only Oscars, and not only for Will Smith's career, but for the supporters and fans for him. And it just sucks that the last couple of years of Oscars, as much as the slap was some, oh, wow, cool, social media, meme, all this stuff, it just sucks for the last couple of years that I feel like again, this is personally for me, but like, the Oscars has not provided that moment for some of these films since the Get Out one. But American Fiction did win Best Screenplay, or at least Original Screenplay or something. So that was really cool, because that movie was fantastic. So I do have that. But in terms of big scheme of things, like, it kind of sucks. I'm not the biggest Oppenheimer fan. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not high on that movie like other people are. It's a fantastic film, and I watched it twice. I don't watch a lot of movies twice. I did watch that twice. So there's that, but I'm not the highest on that. And I do think, I forget the name, but the one with, oh man, there's another movie that should have won. I don't know why I'm blank on the name. It's been a while now for it, but yeah. So comment, like, subscribe, share. Tell me what you think. Have you seen Sing Sing? Have you seen Civil War? Have you seen Challengers? Let me know down below. As always, much love. See you on the next one. Peace.